Well, there we go. At last we got on the show. Welcome and to all you racing fans. And we've got a tremendous show. We're going to be chatting in your call to the Pink Drive team because they've got this big race meeting on Friday night, the Pink Drive. Should be fun. Gold Circle again comes to the fore and puts on a tremendous show in aid of charity. Do an amazing amount for charity. But let's just talk about, I see you tapping the hands. You're ready to talk about the soccer over the weekend.
And the rugby. And let's go soccer first.
Yeah, let's get the soccer out of the way.
Okay, we'll start with my beloved Spurs. We drew away. We should have won it in the second half, but it was a tight game. Bournemouth had won their last three. You were at home.
Yeah, we
should
drew
have lost.
as well. It wasn't a tight game at all.
No, you should have lost.
We were pathetic.
Yeah, you didn't play well.
They just play around with the ball for 75 minutes around the outside of the box.
Yeah.
No one makes an effort.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they think, well, we'll put one past them, and they don't put one past them.
So
but the good news is the Red Devils, is that what they call themselves?
Man United.
Yeah, they became a paler shade of pink.
Yeah.
Okay.
They joined the Pink Drive.
They did. They joined the Pink Drive. But what's interesting is I think that they've been hoodwinked.
Why?
Well, you know, you got the chosen one, but it doesn't look like the chosen one. He looks like the unchosen one. And he's the worst sportsman I've ever seen.
Oh, then you haven't seen many sportsmen.
No, he's the worst.
Let me tell you about them.
Did you see what he said to the
I saw him
the
talking
opposition?
to him. They're guessing.
Well, the Italians lip read, you know. Right, and he said, you can't go and make it worse for me by geeing up the crowd when we 4-0 down. That's what
they're saying. He used to do it. He's got a short memory. He used to run up and down the side.
Correct.
But again, his team, his defence let him down. They were never at the races. Again, now they've struggled. You know, if they'd have won that, they'd have been 3 points off the lead. The league is so tight.
Well,
I'm not a great fan of Man United. I'm not a great fan of this, but he won't keep those centre halves too long. He won't keep the Blints and people like that. They're going to make mistake after mistake after mistake. But well done to Chelsea. They looked very good, James.
They looked absolutely outstanding. And we're going to go back to what I said on a show about 3 or 4 shows ago about where Man United would finish.
And we'll remind us.
Out of the top 4.
Out of the top 4. Well, that's where they are.
Yeah, and they will stay there.
Spurs are out of the top 4 as well.
Yeah. Spurs will finish in the top 4. Don't worry about them.
James, and Liverpool are looking good.
Very good. And the thing is the Champions League and Europa don't come into Liverpool and Chelsea's makeup, which makes a huge difference.
Fresher
you
players.
saw how fresh they looked and how good they looked.
Yeah.
I was very impressed, and I was impressed with their centre forward not biting anyone, kicking anyone, behaving like a petulant child, the Chelsea boy.
He played well.
He played well. He got down and played the game, which was good.
Yeah, no, good. And then the rugby, James. What was your take on the Bledisloe Cup, All Blacks?
Well, I thought Veldsman was shocking.
Bad call.
Okay, and I thought that the All Blacks were lucky to win by so far, but they were dominant.
Last 20 minutes ago. Just talking about Veldsman, he gave that last try, and then the ref said, it's forward. He overrode Veldsman. He said it's good to see. Yeah. Good to see. Because Veldsman ruled on when the Wallabies could have gone 17-15 up.
Yeah, I just thought that the game was a lot closer than the scoreline suggested. The All Blacks got a couple of intercepts and a couple of turnovers at places where maybe they were offsides and things weren't actually right.
James, the Cheetahs?
The Cheetahs, good for them. Good for the Cheetahs. They played the best rugby through the Currie Cup. They remain unbeaten. They gave the Bulls a proper hiding. And I thought that was a very good result. And I must say, Franco Smith, I always believe that coaches are the key. Like I think racehorse trainers are the key, coaches are the key. And you've got to have the players. And he has moulded a wonderful side together.
Good team.
You know, look at guys like Sergil Peterson. You know, the little Kasim, the fullback Blommerkeys, you know, those guys 2-3 years ago were not rated at all. I mean, just you could not believe that they could end up winning a Currie Cup. Fantastic. Well done to the Cheetahs. And we're going to move on and have a look at 3 to follow because we've now decimated everyone that's involved in sport.
In the Tremors, Flower Alley is the winner.
His dad, distorted humor, he's probably one of his best sons at stud.
I'll have another, wins the Derby.
Flex and Lace, 48-1 upset.
He's just a big, strong, leggy horse.
Well, only a few months to go before we'll start seeing these progeny of Flower Rally on our tracks, or getting ready to go to the tracks. That's going to be very, very exciting. But Three to Follow always has some exciting horses. We're going to go to the first one we pick up at Greyville on Wednesday. And very seldom we pick up smaller trainers' horses, but this horse ran a cracking debut. As You Please, bred as by Just As Well, bred by Hartley, Tertia Properties, and we'll get rid of the
angle grinder.
Well, they're trying to break into our safe.
That's it. Well, they won't find much in mine.
We'll get the safe that Raymond keeps in the back there with all his cash, from all the punting that these and Kevin Shea's bets make him. That's I hear big money. Big money. Okay. But As You Please is the horse we pick up. Let's go to Greyville, 1,200 meters on the poly, drawn on the outside in the orange and green colors. Fill out the pens.
Yeah, it's a sparkling debut from a deep draw. You know, all the interest seemed to be in distant place after that debut. It looked like the horse to beat in the pink cap. And alongside it, Brave Knight was touted to be an improver. So these two were the two that the public were looking at. They're in the white cap, in the orange sleeves, and second last is As You Please from the Des Aigles stable with Keegan DeMello riding it. And it sits off the speed because the speed is on, but the speed collapses, James.
Yes, I'm not sure how to read this race, but what I do like is that I think that there are horses with form that ran close enough. Prince Michigan ran a good race, and this horse ran a cracking good race, because here it angles out for a run, but you'll see where it ends up going. It goes right back in with a white cap. You can see it in the middle of your picture now, and it's just starting to make some progress.
Zloty Potok is your winner on the outside fence for Gavin Finzel and Warren Kelly. That comes through just when it looked like Prince Mushkin might win it. But the horse we found is running on very strongly in the white cap for third.
Yes, now Desmond Eggers is renowned for bringing his horse along carefully. They never really come to a race meeting. If he keeps on going with this horse, keeps on pushing him a little bit and just getting him a little tighter, this race will have done him the world of good. He should be really well worth following. And you know, small stables, you can get a price about their horses. So have a good look at As You Please, Just As Well, next time it runs. Let's go and have a look at Kenilworth, and we find a horse called Lloyd's Legacy. Now this was the first race at Kenilworth, 1,200 meters. This is by More Than Ready, another Australian bred out of a Galileo mare. My goodness, this has got to be a good racehorse. On pedigree, he looks like he could be something the way he ran. Let's go and pick him up.
Yeah, this is Dennis Drive starting his campaign down in Cape Town, and it runs in the Eoster Silks. You can see it jumps very smartly, and Donovan Dillon, who's riding it, gets it straight into the race. The speed's on down the inside because we've got a horse called Bo who sports those blinkers, those sporty blinkers. Really makes the pace hot. Script writers showing speed, but here on the outside in the Eoster Silks, probably got a few lengths to find here, James.
Oh, absolutely. He's in the middle of the going. He seems to be completely flat-footed in the middle of the race, and you'll see the horse in the blue, light blue, and the horses on the inside start making progress and running past him. And he ends up running a very, very good race indeed, this horse. Obviously, the run will bring him on a lot. Dennis, you know him as well. They don't fire first time out normally. But Glorious Goodwood had the form. It's in the Mitchell colours, in black and white, now starting to go forward and hit the front. This horse is now in the middle of the screen, middle of the picture, with a black cap, just getting punched along by Donovan Dillon. You can see he's still got the white stick there next door to him, just punching him along, asking him to go about his business without too much effort. And I think you'll find this horse will improve a tremendous amount. Gets one backhander there.
Yeah, nice horse. Remember, beautifully bred horse starting Den's campaign down there. Lloyd's Legacy, remember the name. Let's move on to the last one, Jim.
Right, well, the last one we go to Turfentine, and it's a fourth race. It's a maiden plate, and here's a new approach colt that Mike de Kock bought in Australia. Really beautiful horse, and he's obviously got tremendous ability. We'll pick him up at the start. He shows lots and lots of pace. His name's Unrehearsed, and there was a lot of talk about this horse. He bounces.
Yeah. He bounces there, and he's very keen. I think he's undoing is he's just over racing. And Anthony's trying to give him a little bit of his head up on the outside because he's pulling quite hard. Time to Be Great's making a good speed duel up front. And right in behind them, you can see he just wants to quicken. And I think he even got the commentator by surprise because when he quickened, the commentator thought, well, this is all over. But he'd done a lot, James.
Well, the point is that if you watched him go to the start, he was fiddling with his head. He was on his toes. He looked like he didn't really settle down and behave properly. As I say, he's buying the approach out of a Danehill mare. You don't get better pedigrees than this. Runs in the Jaffet and Mary Slack colours, the black with the orange. And here he just cruises, absolutely in hands and heels moves up to them, looks all over.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to win. He's quickened up at the right time, but a couple of horses have got different opinions, and coming between them, Cedrus Labani runs on very nicely under a few smacks, and Steal a March hasn't stolen a march, but it's got involved in this finish. And just here, Andre Hurst is tired out because he's done too much.
Well, he's treading water, and that's what happens with horses that really take a hold in that. But I would not ignore him from here onwards because this might be a very good horse. He's got lovely action. He didn't settle. He'll know a lot more about it next time he runs, and maybe the inside track wouldn't be to his benefit either. But we thought that's certainly worth having a look at, and those three to follow, we think you might be able to get something with them. But we're going to go and have a look at Blast from the Past. We've got the 2001 Queen's Plate. See if you can remember this winner.
Gates are open, soft falling rain, pulling clear, soft falling rains won the SA Nursery by 3.
Racing in the 2000 Guineas. Gates fly and they're racing in the Godolphin Mile.
They're off and racing.
Weight didn't matter. Class tells, soft falling rain, much too good. Soft falling rain, an impressive Guineas winner. Soft falling rain is drawing clear.
He's made it 7 out of 7 by winning here today.
But it's soft falling rain who is powering away. We'll see out the mile in style. A high class performer wins the Nay of Joel Stakes.
And fired away in the Queen's Plate to a good beginning. Badge of Honour, Major Heroes rushing past them all on the far side. Red Carpet Stars going up handy with Disneyland. Linley's also being ridden along to go up and improve position, and he's on the far side of runners, and Trademark is down at the rail. Badger's Coast is also on the move. He's going up past him now as the pace slows down considerably. Major Hero, the rider takes hold of that one and slows it up as they go to the 1200, and Badger's Coast has gone up second. Linley in behind those is racing in third. The Sheik is also on the move. He's now gone into fourth. They followed by Disneyland along the inside. Then it's Taupo Retreat. Trademark is back at the rail and he's racing about 5 lengths off the lead. They followed by Ingleside, who's about 7 off them. Badge of Honour in behind that. Clifton King, Eli's going back 1 from last, and Free My Heart, the favourites, at the back of the field, and he's about 12 lengths off this leader. They midway round the turn. They have 700 metres left to go. Major Hero dictates the pace in the Queen's Plate to Linley. Badger's Coast up on the far side, races up in second. Red Carpet Style is third. Trademark and Taupo Retreat and Disneyland just in behind that. They followed by Ingleside along the inside. They homeward bound and they come towards the 400, and Major Hero continues to run. Badger's Coast is closest to him up on the outside. Linley is back along there inside, then the Shake. Free My Heart still at the back of the field, 8 off the lead. Major Hero still in front. Linley slips through along the inside, and Trademark's running a cracker down the inside. The Shake is also trying to get into the race. It's wide open. Trademark has come to the front in the Queen's Plate, close home. Trademark going on strong. Free My Heart in Eli's game coming late, but Trademark has won it from Free My Heart up on the outside. Eli's game.
Well, what a race. Trademark. Mike Bass ended up winning in July.
Yeah,
and
very
that's
good
how good
races.
he was. Free My Heart ran second. Did you see him flash up?
Flying, yeah, very good horse too. He won a lot of big races. Yeah, it's always a great race, the Queen's Plate.
There were some very good horses there. When you look at Ingleside and horses like that, there were some Badger's Coast, horses. He won a Met.
Good,
just a very, very good bunch of horses. And Free My Heart, you've got to believe he's one of the best around.
Yeah.
But he had too much to do, and Trademark was Blast from the Past this week, and always nice to get these. And thanks to Byron, he's found a whole lot more for me, Byron Foster, of these Blast from the Past. So they're great features. We're going to move on after this break and have a look at Plum of the Week.
Dame Eleanor's now looking for a little bit of room towards the outside. She's put into the open. Further back to Miss Turbo, turn back time. Bon V and Cape Infanta needs to get past them all. 400 meters left to go. Favors Pride took over the lead. Second place Spice Lady, who's beating in retreat. Then comes Intriguing Lady. Dame Eleanor towards the outside is beginning to unwind and catch the eye. Further back then to Open Road and turn back time. Favors Pride though keeps on going. Dame Eleanor now joins her. Further back to Intriguing Lady, but it's Dame Eleanor who's grabbing the upper hand, and she remains unbeaten. Dame Eleanor wins this going away from Favors Pride. They've queued up for third, maybe Sweet Lady Jade in there, as well as Cape and Fan.
Well, what a lovely filly she is. She's by New Approach. She's owned by Mar Shirtliff with Jessica Maritzfontein. And interesting, we picked her up after her first win and made her a horse to follow, because we said this is a very good filly, and she looks like she could be
very good,
top class.
Very good. You know, the runner-up ran a very good race, carrying 60. But I really like this filly. This could go all the way.
Yeah, and she's remember, she could have got 5-2 about her on Interbet at any stage. She was actually even better than that at some stage. But 14.50, she's going to go more ground than this. She's a filly that you pencil into your black book. Get your Interbet account going and buy some money there, and buy some money by backing this filly. She's top class. We're going to move on and have a look at current affairs. We've got some very interesting news.
Yes. If you love soccer and you play the tote, you won't believe what Interbet has to offer you. All the excitement of tote betting on your computer or your cell phone. It's simple. Choose your teams and your bets, work out what your combinations will cost, see how big the pool is, and place your bets. You can even track your bet live as it happens and get updates on your progress. It's all the fun of the tote on your phone. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now at www.interbet.co.za and you could be a winner.
Right, the graduate of the week. Well, this is a surprise to Paul Lafferty, because it's his filly, Pearl Emblem, BSA grad of the week.
That's very nice of him.
The point is that we don't pick the graduate of the week. Sarah Whitelaw picks it for the show on behalf of Bloodstock South Africa. Nutfield Bredder, Laf can tell us more about her, but she won 4 in a row, 7-time winner, 120,000 buy at the 2013 National Yearling Sales, Emperor's Palace National Yearling Sale. Daughter of National Emblem, Pearl Emblem, out of the Eliodor mare, Pearl Hostess, half-sister to Grade 1, Golden Slipper winner, Chestnuts and Pearls. She's got to be worth a lot of money, this film.
Yeah, funny enough, Phil and the boys bought it. And we bought the sister before,
yes.
Crystal Pearls.
Yes.
She was a very good filly. We bought, and she chipped a knee. She won 2 of about 5. We've kept her and gone a stud. And
she fell to Soft Falling Rain.
No, that's Garibaldi.
Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, another one of ours. The Vin Coxes. Yeah, no, this. She's in foal to 7th Rock, because 7th Rock out of National Emblem mare.
Yeah, she's 3 parts brother to.
Well, it's out of a National Emblem mare, which is your Group 1 winners by 7th Rock, under National Emblem mare. So we were advised to go there. We went there, you know. Yeah. No, so we're very pleased, and she'll go to stud when she's finished. But she's certainly improved. 6 wins this year.
She's what she won 4 on a trot now.
4 on the trot, unbeaten this racing season. But this calendar year, she's won 6. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's very good going. A tribute to you as a trainer.
Thank you.
I don't know why you're not the champion. You should be the champion.
No.
If they gave you Mourinho's team, you would be the champion.
I'd be the champion with Mourinho's team.
Give him Mourinho's team, please.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on and go and have a look. We've got big racing in Australia, no features here in South Africa. So we're going to go and have a look at the big race there, which was the William Hill Cox Plate. And this is a 2,040 meter race. So it's just 10 furlongs. It is the race leading up to the big one, the Melbourne Cup. And the champion arrived, having won 12 out of the last 12 starts, Winks. Take a look at this. You'd like to back this at 8 to 10.
And Winks jumps well. Vadamos was slow to move. Hartnell got away quickly. Hauraki dropped in behind them. Awesome Rock and Blackheart Bart are prominent, and Blackheart Bart's running to the lead. Yankee Rose not far away as they come down to the post at a pretty leisurely gallop really for a Cox Plate. And Blackheart Bart is the leader. Hartnell's gone forward and he's up there second, followed by Awesome Rock, and Vadamos is now fourth the inside, followed by Winks. She's got over fifth outside Yankee Rose. A length and a half to Happy Clapper, one to Hauraki, two Lucia and Valentina, and 2.5 lengths away is Happy Trails. Vadamos has got through near the inside at the 1,400 metres. Blackheart Bart staying about 4 away from the rail. They're sharing the front. Hartnell a length and a half away, he's third. Then Awesome Rock in fourth, placing one to Winks, about 6 off the leader. Pace is now gradually going up as into the back. Vadamos is really starting to up the tempo. Behind these 3 lengths to Yankee Rose, and then Lucia, Valentina and Happy Clapper together. 2 lengths to Hauraki and 2 lengths to Happy Trails. Less than 1,000 metres to go, and Zara has the French galloper. Vadamos a 5-length leader from Blackheart Bart, 2 lengths to Hartnell. Winks has moved up now, and the 2 great champions are together at the 800 metres turn, followed by Awesome Rock, and then Yankee Rose and Happy Clapper pull to the outside. Pressure on now, and Vadamos has come back to them, and striding up now on the outside, Blackheart Bart, but the 2 champs go together at the 600 metres. Hartnell's hit the front, Winks is going with him, and they've turned it on. The great race is on here. It's Hartnell the leader. Winks striding up to join him from Blackheart Bart, Awesome Rock. The rest headed by Vadamos and Yankee Rose. But Winks has raced away around the home turn. She's put 2-3 lengths on Hartnell. Awesome Rock, Vadamos battling away, and then came Yankee Rose. But it's all Winks in the straight. 4-5 lengths in front of Hartnell. A good battle going on for the Miners. But this is a blitz. It's a Winks blitz. 2 in a row, and she joins the all-time greats of the turf. Winks has won it by 6 lengths to Hartnell. Yankee Rose third. Vadamos ran fourth. They're followed by Happy Clapper, Awesome Rock. Behind them to finish then Lucia Valentina.
Well, what a racehorse by Street Cry. This is a machine. Won her last 13 now. I think it's 7 or 8 Group 1s. And she won this race last year as well. She's the best thing in Australia, James.
She's the best thing since sliced bread. This filly is absolutely outstanding. She just keeps going. She just steps out 3 weeks later and beats them further and further. You know, Blackheart Bart ran against her last time in the 3-horse race and got hammered.
Yeah.
She got hammered by 3 times as far this time. You know,
the French came into town and tried to make it hot.
Yeah, well, they thought that, they all believed that if you go to Moonee Valley and you pinch a brake in the straight, that's it. Well, they never even pinch a brake in the straight. This filly ran past them halfway around the bend.
Hartnell's a very nice horse, ran second, but 8 lengths, James, official distance, 8 lengths.
It's absolutely
hammering.
Incredible to see a filly win like this. And it's 13 consecutive races. She broke the race record. She just
powers past it.
She's just too good. She just
Chris Waller.
That's a field of Group 1 horses. They're not a field of let's throw a few together from the outback and see if we can make a horse race of it.
Good field.
They put the best they could bring from Australia.
Yeah, they all want to contest the Cox Plate. You're right. And they got a good hiding. Hugh Bowman and Chris Waller concerned, and 8 to 10 available, as James said. What a victory!
Yeah.
Right,
I can't tell you what the guy on the second horse said as it went past him. But it is, if you want to read daily racing news, you go and see what the guy on the second horse said. It's quite entertaining. Anyway, let's go further and have a look. We've got Breeders' Cup in a couple of weeks. There's quite a lot of things going on.
Yeah, Breeders' Cup. I've been fortunate enough to actually have worked at one years and years ago. It's great racing. They're coming from all over.
Santa Anita.
Yes, Santa. That's when I was there with Santa Anita as well. And I'm talking about Dancing Brave coming into town to take on Manila.
Yeah.
you know, Estrapade, Theatrical.
These some horses.
Oh, yeah, Robert, Last Tycoon, one for Robert Collet. It was just a great day's racing. And it's the same thing now, James. They come into town, and are there any big guns who are going to miss?
No, nothing's going to miss at this stage, because I can tell you that Froster's going in the Classic. Yes. And he's going against California Chrome. Now, the big news with California Chrome is that the China Horse Club have bought a share in it. Perry Martin, who's a 40% shareholder, one of the original cowboys that owned a share in this horse, has decided to reduce his share. Well, why wouldn't he? He must be getting a fortune for his shares. Anyway, TaylorMade are the big partners, and he's going to stand at TaylorMade. And China Horse Club, who are the big players around nowadays, with Coolmore, obviously, that bunch. They've allowed Perry Martin to sell to a China Horse Club. So it's going to run in the Breeders' Cup, and then it's going to run in that $12 million race in January, at end of January, California Chrome. But my goodness, no, I'm amazed Frosted wants to take him on.
You have to, James. You've got to be. This game's about taking them on, finding out a good year. If you get beat, you go back and play a game. Imagine if we gave up every time we lost. We wouldn't have Sharks to support.
Songbird, Beholder, they're going.
These are racehorses, James.
The interesting one is the Dirt Mile. Run Happy, who was the horse that the big controversy with Maria Burrell, and she was training. You remember she won the sprint.
Didn't they take it away from?
Yeah, she won the sprint with this horse. Now this horse has now got another guy training it, and it's going in the mile, but it's run twice in 7 furlong races and been comprehensively beaten. They're convinced that they're able to stretch this horse out, so he's now going for the mile.
He's having his last time as a trainer with it if it gets beat.
He out on Sunday morning. But the point is that it will be interesting to see how he goes. He's a great horse. If you read Indian Charlie, as I do religiously, there's always a little article at the bottom, Run Happy beat a jumbo jet down the runway. It says, last week. It's got these funny little things, little adverts. Run Happy beat this, Run Happy beat that. Right. He's beaten a jumbo jet. He's beaten Chad Leclos in a swimming competition. He's beaten everyone, Run Happy. He's so good. Owners put this article. You've got to read Indian Charlie. It's a laugh. Anyway, staying with America, Ronak, who we talked about last week, is going for the American Grand National.
That was Walsh.
Ruby Walsh. That's our man.
And where'd it go?
It won. It just won. Yes. Okay. But the big talk is that it's now going for the Ryanair Hurdle, which is also a 3-mile race. They're both 3-mile races, and they connected this Grand National, American Grand National, and the Ryanair Hurdle at Cheltenham in March.
That'll be great.
The reason why they're going to Cheltenham to take on the Ryanair Hurdle is there's a $500,000 bonus if you win both races, which shows the synergy and the work that across the ocean these racing entities do with each other, which I think is absolutely fantastic. And just talking about that, the big news was Canada is now commingling into the Hong Kong tote.
Wow, it's going to boost them.
Which is huge for them, absolutely huge, So when you start seeing things like this happen, you just see how big, if we could just get ourselves out there, we'd be very, very big.
Moscow Flyer died.
Moscow Flyer, he was a great Cheltenham horse. We're talking about Cheltenham horses. He won 2 Tingle Creek hurdles.
What hurdles, James?
Tingle Creek. Yeah, he was a great. He won the Queen Mother Chase. He won the Arkle Chase. He was a great chaser. And the Tingle Creek chases, he won 2.
Was he an old horse now?
Well, he was 22 years old.
Okay.
And he was trained by our friend Jessica Harrington in Ireland, and she's a great trainer, Jessica. So that was sad. He was at the National Stud, funny enough, in the horse park where they keep horses, retired horses, and he was very popular. So very sad to see him go. Anyway, talking about horses going, there's going to be a broodmare sale in France, which sees probably the most important sale of the year going forward. That's Hazaria. And Hazaria, for those of you that don't know, is the dam of Hazard.
Okay, is it still owned by the Aga Khan?
Yeah, she's 15 years old or whatever.
And he's selling?
They're selling her. They've got sisters and daughters of his and whatever. She's in foal to Invincible Spirit. If you ever want to get into the breeding business and you've got some money, you either go there for that, or Euro Charlene's getting sold, that great filly that Team Valor and Barry Irwin raced. And Quiet Reflection, who's a dual Group 1 winner sprinting mare from England. I think she won the July
So
Cup
that's the good mare sale in Europe.
Whew,
what about our friend William Haggis and Des Scott? They came together.
Well, I hope it's Des Scott bred this horse. Rivet won the Racing Post Trophy. It's a mile race, and it's a big pointer to the 2,000 guineas, obviously.
Yeah.
One for William Haggis, and it said the breeder was Des Scott. Now, I know that Leicester and all of them are involved, and
it would be our Des Scott.
I'm sure it's got to be our Des Scott. He bred this Group 1 winner, and congratulations to Des. He's been a doyen and a stalwart of the racing industry. Just talking about that, and completely off the road, I see that Benji had a winner last week, Benji Johnson.
Yeah, Benji
It was
tipped over.
very nice to see him have a winner in his colours.
I think it was for Mace.
For Mace,
yeah.
So, just those guys.
His son has a lot of winners.
Yeah, Nick, but he's a youngster. We talk about my era.
Doyens.
My era, Doyens. Yeah.
You went to school with him, didn't you?
Benji, he's fantastic. He comes to the race course, the best dressed man you've ever seen.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
There was something else. Tom Thornbury.
Yeah, Tom Thornbury is a racing scribe for the Daily Racing News, and he's just come to South Africa and spent a couple of weeks here, travelling around the stud farms. He writes a fabulous article in the Daily Racing News, very complimentary about South Africa, Summerhill, Claverflay. He's went and picked horses for the Book One sale, CTS Book One sale. So he was the guy, but I really enjoyed the article. He was so complimentary, and it can't do us any harm to have people coming here and speaking well of us. So that's great. Talking about speaking well, you like to hear a story like this. This guy, Harold Lerner, he in 2005 was a kitchenware salesman. Okay, so he's like us.
Would you like to buy my microwave?
Yeah. Anyway, he was a kitchenware salesman, loved horses, been involved in having a bet on a horse since he was 15. Yeah, his father introduced him, his uncle, they never missed the track, and he just loved racing. And he cracked it in 2005 by winning the Mega Millions lottery, $156 million. He didn't go and buy a Maserati or a Ferrari or whatever. He went and bought some horses. And he didn't go and spend big. He did spend big, but it's another great article of a man that just is passionate, okay?
Fantastic.
Bought claimers.
Harold Lerner.
And he's got a couple of stakes horses now. They're running over at the end of the week. They're running in stakes races. So good luck to Harold Lerner. He's the type of fan that we should be encouraging to racing.
Absolutely.
Because really there are people out there who really love this game, and it's fantastic to see him being able to live his life the way he'd like to. We live our life the way we'd like to. We're going to be talking to the Pink Drive ladies, so let's call it a day until next week from me. Have a great week's racing.
Whoever said winning isn't everything never had to fight cancer. South Africa's sporting community has embraced the challenge. And now, the sport of horse racing adds its voice. On Friday night, 28 October, Greyville Racecourse goes pink in support of breast cancer awareness. All funds raised will go towards building Pink Drive's mobile mammogram and educational units. When you're helping to fight cancer, winning is everything. The Pink Drive Race Meeting, Friday night, 28 October.
Hi and welcome to another edition of Your Call. And as James alluded to at the beginning of the program, we have got a person here from the Pink Drive group, and it's Janice Beneke who's coming to talk to us. She's been involved here for years, and KZN is her domain. Janice, thanks very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
And it all leads to this Friday where you've got the big Pink Drive. Is that's correct?
Yes.
Now, a lot of people don't know much about it, but I've found out a bit about it. It's not the first year you're doing it here, and you've got basically your fundraisers for cancer. Is that it?
Yes, yeah.
And pink was the elected colours, and it's gone very, very well. When you think it was started in 2009 by Nolene Cochin, who's your CEO and founder. Now, she's based in Gauteng, is that right?
Yes.
How did you get involved?
Well, I'm a survivor myself,
Yeah.
and my husband died in 2010. He also had cancer. And I decided, you know, I'm not going to sit in a corner and mope. I'm going to go out and try and help the next person. So I started by handing out ribbons in a shopping mall. And I did my first volunteer work for Pink Drive at the Comrades in 2011. And I decided that I wanted to work for that company. So I just started doing volunteer work for them, and they eventually employed me full-time.
Okay, so wonderful that you were employed full-time. Now let's talk about the Comrades, because it's a major sporting event in the South African calendar. How do you make money out of making people aware of this Pink Drive at the Comrades Day, I mean?
Okay, well, what a person does is once you've qualified for the Comrades, you then choose a charity to run for if you want to. And we've got a good incentive. You raise 5,000 Rand, and you then automatically go to the CC seedings, which is about 15 minutes from the back. That's how long it takes you to get through the line.
CC seeding is if you're working for the Pink Drive, let me get this clear out there, you're a runner, instead of starting at the back when it takes you 50 minutes just to get over the start line, you move much closer.
You move to you move right close to the front.
So it's a seeding situation. So it's an incentive for runners.
It's a big incentive.
How many runners did you have this year?
Well, so far I've got 184.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And they all run for a minimum of 5,000 Rand, and they can earn more.
Yeah, you can raise as much money as you want to. I mean, Carl Nolte raised 184,000 Rand for us.
Well, you must still be running. Well, that is fantastic. That is a wonderful achievement.
Yeah.
And then, what are the other areas that you sort of set your sights on? The Pick and Pay women's race, I believe, is quite a big one for the Pink Drive.
Pick and Pay is very good to us. They've got Pick and Pay runs all over, and when they finish, we get a cheque for around about R1 million from them. There's also Total Sports, Mid-Mile, Boulder Dash.
Sorry, how much did the Comrades make you this year?
About 1.3 million.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And the Comrades organisation handed over to you guys a few months after the race and say that's what you guys have got in. And then the same thing with the Pick and Pay group, they handed you over R1 million?
Yeah.
That is absolutely fantastic.
I know.
I know everything costs money, but it's the awareness.
It brings a great awareness. I mean, on the actual day of the race, we are there at the beginning, and we do free breast examinations to whoever asks, comes.
So you're talking about Pick and Pay run?
Yeah.
So
actually, any one of them, we do it.
Now, when you say you do free examinations, you've got buses, haven't you, around the country?
Yes.
And I know you're trying to get a bus into this province.
Yes.
This is where you haven't got. You've got the other provinces got this big bus, but you at these Pick and Pay races will say to women, come in and we'll do a free test for you?
Yes, we've got a gazebo with 4 sides. And so they just go into the gazebo, and our nurses will examine them. We've got qualified nurses.
And those qualified nurses, will they be able to tell you there and then?
They'll tell you if there's a lump there.
Okay.
Yeah, so they will pick it up straight away.
And men?
Men also get breast cancer.
Yeah, I don't mean that. Do you do any tests for men runners?
Yes, we do. We've also do it's called a PSA test. but we charge 65 Rand for that. That's just to cover the cost of the kit.
Okay, yeah.
And that tells you straight away, it's just a prick in the finger.
That's it. And it's the prostate antigens. It's all men out there, whether you have a prostate problem or if your numbers are elevated and things like that. So
it picks anything up, even an infection, it will pick it up.
Is it very good? And then, so a guy will get his finger pricked before he runs, and when he goes out there, he'll know, hey, I've got a problem, I better run like hell. He can run straight to the doctor. Well, I'm clean.
Yes.
So and for the woman it must be fantastic because it's a free service and
it's a free service, and I mean generally at these races there's always at least 1 or 2 people that didn't know that they had. So then we'll give them a referral letter for them to take it further.
Yeah, well that's wonderful because the incidence of breast cancer and all types of cancer is certainly on the up.
Definitely.
You must see it a lot.
I do.
And I know we can sit all day and try and guess where it comes from. But, you know, is it pesticides? Is it cell phones? There's hundreds of ideas out there. But you just got to go out there and try and get it at an early stage. That's the advantage of Pink Drive.
That is the advantage. I mean, I wish I had have had that when I was diagnosed. But I didn't have anybody telling me. Now there's no excuse. I mean, we are everywhere. And I here in Durban, I'm just a phone call away.
Yeah.
I even go to your work. If you can't get to me, I'll go to your work with our nurse.
So people can help. But let me just talk about the mid-mile because I believe you get about 20 swimmers who swim 8 miles.
Yes, they swim the mid-mile 8 times, yeah.
In what period of time? A day, 2 days, 3 days?
It's
over the weekend?
Period, yeah.
So guys swim 8 miles and he's sponsored. And I was just looking, you're saying 170,000 you got in?
Yeah, each swimmer, in that, because they only allow, I think it's 20, they only allow.
Yes.
And they've each got to raise a certain amount of money to be in that group. Then we also have a normal swimmer can swim for Pink Drive. We charge 500 Rand for the kit. And that's your costume and a towel and a water bottle. And then you're swimming for us at the same time.
Oh, that's excellent.
So we've got lots of those. I've got about, last year was about 160.
Oh, fantastic.
Swimming, yeah.
Okay, so that's very, very interesting. Now let's get to Gold Circle, the reason why we're here. Last year you were involved, and this year, bigger and better is always the case, and you want to get people aware, and you've got a lot of sponsors who've come on board, whether it be for on-track entertainment or whatever, but what does your evening look like?
Well, it's going to be fun for everybody that comes, okay? I will be all over to greet the guests in the classic room to say thank you, you know, they're putting bar towards it. And then, of course, I must be downstairs to greet the drum majorettes and the pipers and the singers.
And when will they be in between races?
In between each race.
In between each race. Now, you told me you can have drummies from Durban Girls, you can have a pipe band, and you've got Andrea Gigolo, who's an Elvis impersonator. Are you sure that's not James Goodman? Because James got a wonderful voice. You know, he can clear a room very quickly. So we're going to have an Elvis impersonator, okay? And then
there's singers and dancers and stuff.
And Elaine Allen's your MC for the evening.
Yeah, from Megazone Hits, yeah.
That's fantastic. So you're completely organised. It's going to be a great day's entertainment
for everybody. It's going to be very nice. And you know what else is that not one of those people are charging Pink Drive.
That's fantastic.
It's not costing us a cent. Well, besides to bring the truck down, because we're going to have one of the trucks here. That's all it's costing.
One of the trucks to do what? To do tests?
It's just to show. No, we wouldn't do it on the evening.
Now, the trucks are very expensive, and you've got especially custom-built trucks. You've got 3 of them around the country for Pink Drive. You desperately want to get one down here as well, so you don't have to bring it down from Gauteng. A lot of costs involved, aren't there?
It is. Well, yeah, it costs between 10 and 12 million Rand a year to run one of these.
Wow.
So we have to raise money to keep these trucks on the road.
Yeah, sure. But then there's another way that people can get involved, and that's through an SMS. Now, I believe Raymond Spielberg has got the number here, racing to 40158. And what will that cost him?
20 Rand. 20
Rand. So, guy, SMS is racing to 40158. 20 Rand comes in and helps the cancer drive, Pink Drive. Well, is there anything we haven't touched on?
No, not really. Basically everything. Just please come and support us. Come down. You'll have a lovely evening. There's a bras there, the kids zone, everything. I mean, you'll have so much fun.
Well, Janice,
and lots of prizes.
Yeah, it's wonderful that you've made this your career now, and you've gone out there and helped other people, seen you've had setbacks and tragedies, and there are a lot of people out there who are survivors who I think will help and donate, and thanks very much for coming in.
Yeah, my pleasure.
There we go. Don't forget, this is Friday evening here at the Big G at Greyville, and Janice has come down to tell us about the operation. We've been through it. It's a wonderful cause. Try and get down here.
Your world of winners is now online at www.teletrack.com. Simply subscribe to log into your account from any mobile device in South Africa and access a wide variety of content from our membership package options. Listen in via a live audio stream, catch live racing locally and internationally, or view a wide variety of Teletrack magazine shows to stay informed and updated on the go at any time. It's never been easier. Go to teletrack.com now.